rules. So for the last 3 days, I accepted whatever it is set up. But more and more when we begin to think and get acquainted with the environment, as those acharas or the proper conduct rules make us change.
Yes.
So, first day I sat here like this,
Right.
and so Guru Murti is all there. And then afterwards I realized, no, I should sit by side and do the pranayama. And I sat facing, this is Dakshina, south. Always, the custom is we should face north or east for any type of, auspicious tea, any conduct of it. So I realized I should sit facing. So what I meant was how strong our samskaras are there. Even though they are restrictive, it's very hard to get out of that habit. So Shankaracharya's ātmaṣatkam simply tells us, however great, however those rules are very important, one has to have a way of going beyond those rules. That is how he is approaching. But as long as we are having a social and other gatherings, physical gatherings, we need to follow the rules. Because not only for us, but the people look around. They come and they say, what is these people are doing? so that our influence will be there. So doing namaskar, these are, even though we did not do anything from this absolute point of view, na guru, na sishya, na yajnaha, na devaha, later on he says. But when once we are in the setup, not only we are doing, but other people, knowingly or unknowingly, they interpret it and imitate, and we may be misleading them also. This is why. This is an important way we need to pay attention to. So we will start today. This festival of self-knowledge. I am slowly trying to acquaint myself. Festival of self-knowledge. This Utsava. Utsava means, Ut means, as when we have to do dosa and idli, fermentation is there. So it comes up. So that way, that's Utsava. Similarly, our mind wells up. So that is how this Utsava is. I think the cheerful, the kind of way we have to approach optimism and growth that we feel in Mahotsava. So Utsavas we say, and we had another adjective, Maha Utsava, great. So like that. So even though they are all observation, even in alcoholic and other type of things, you see those things. When they open some champagne and all that, that's Utsava. That's what they celebrate. This way. So they have used that. That's all recognizing the need of the mind to get much absorbed and then in a way intoxicated. Mind has to be filled. There are two ways in which these Vedanta teachers have always told. One is empty the mind. Mind should be, even they use some very harsh, I call it, himsa, violent words, like you kill the mind. Many of the things they say, you kill the mind. The autobiographies when they read the great saints and so on. You kill the mind. This is like a monkey. It's taking you here and there. So like that they use, but in bhakti mode, they say you fill the mind with God's great glory. So mind grows. We do not reject the mind. Mind is an important instrument. Therefore, utsavas like dance, singing. These are various ways so the mind gets filled up. So these two approaches for understand nature reality is there in our tradition. So that brings people together again. Whenever we have the great singing and dancing, people come. Food is another one. These are the things that attract us. But the moment we talk about Vedanta, analytic, this thing, that doesn't appeal to everyone. So only a few. Few in this is only 4 people are around Shankaracharya. At least he got those 4. That is also very good. But even we will not be able to get, we were one. But they have this feeling, even if you communicate this to one, that is the fulfillment. Finally also, there is no other person, but I communicate to myself. So that way, this ātmaṣatkam is going to that one. It doesn't need any gathering, any Guru Shishya Sampradaya or any type of support or interest and all that. Then it's a self-communication, reflecting on oneself. So he has gone to that type of a stage. So we see one by one how he begins to recognize and free oneself from all these things. But today we have Name Dvesha Raga. Raga Dvesha. There is a concept called Puriyashtaka. Puriyashtaka refers to, it is an organized system. They have grouped a set of 8 factors. One set is Panchabhuta. Second set is Pancha Prana. Third set is Pancha Indriya, Jnanendriya Pancha and Karmendriya Pancha. And then Antahkarana Chatushtaya, that is another set. And then they have Avidya. And then they have Kama and Karma. So this bundle of these things make up a Pura. Pura refers in a well-organized process. Our whole life is around these things. That is the concept of Puriyashtaka. How to break through that? I'm imprisoned in a way by the functioning of these interconnections coming from these 8 set of forces. I need to break myself. That's a prison. That is the notion of bandha and moksha. When we say these 5 factors, they keep me in such a way that they would like to make me weep. Swami Vivekananda says in one of his talks, nature is a symbol of that bondage. Nature will say, tell me, you joyfully dance, you celebrate. Nature also will tell me, you weep. So that is how nature is to us. Therefore, every one of us do that. We enjoy the environment and we celebrate it. And when sadness and other losses come, we weep. So that is what is going on. So, nature would like to have these two for the GV. That is the imprisonment. And that continues. Some people who have gone through these processes realize, is there any third way? The only way by which we can be free from this is to break it. So that is how the moksha notion comes. When that moksha notion comes, that is freedom itself. Therefore, in this verse we are seeking Dvesha Raga and Rishad Varga like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, the emotion, negative emotions. and also dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Those are the purusharthas. As a human being, when one is born, all we do is, the moment child is born, we would like to give a name. And then from then onwards, we would like to instruct the child, you grow this way, you do this way, you don't do this way. So then we say you should have a goal. And you should have a means, fair means, just means. And then, okay, when you have all these things, then you enjoy. And then finally, you pursue your freedom itself, that is moksha. This is how for human beings, these four sets of goals are accepted, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. For a person who has already gone to the moksha, there is no more these have any meanings. That is what he is saying. Name dharma, what is it? Dharma.
Name dvesha rago. Name
lobha moho.
Na dharmo na chartho.
Name dvesha rago, name lobha moho, mado naiva me naiva matsarya bhava. That refers to the emotional, negative emotion. But he has not included name ahimsa or name maitri. So he has not included that. Only he has taken the negative ways. He would like to free oneself. That's the important way he has. But actually, even that amanitva, adambhitva and those values in the 13th chapter, the list of all those things. One is called upon to even go out of that also. But he is careful to only stress the negative aspects here. But he has not said, get out of daya and all that maitri and other kinds of positive qualities. So, we should be, one way to interpret these things, one may go that way also. I will add that because he should be dvandva mukta. That means sukha, dukkha, raga, dvesha, he said. Similarly, maitri, himsa, ahimsa, these are also of that type. So one has to be free from all that value system which are necessary for human culture. But the ultimate nature of reality, when we understand who we are, all those things do not matter. So, Swami Dayananda Saraswati used to say, value of values, he used to say. That means values are so good, positive things we have to do. That's what we teach and we practice also every day. But we have to go to the fundamental of that value. And what is that? That is this Chidananda Swarupa, which is absolute nature of our being. When once one understands that one, those rules of dharma do not apply. And then they say, when a person has gone to that understanding and realization, his behavior, that person's behavior is very naturally be around these positive values. So that is how they say. So avadhutas, they are called avadhuta. The Avadhuta Gita is there. In Avadhuta Gita, there is a description of, that comes as a part of, no, not that one. That is Uddhava Gita is there, another one. There is the last message of Sri Krishna to Uddhava. As Arjuna was given a message in the battlefield, Uddhava, one of the great disciple and devotee of Sri Krishna, also asked Sri Krishna, now that he knows his Yadava, Yadukula itself will be terminated because of some thing that happened. When you go away, then what should I do? So the last message he wants to have from Sri Krishna, that is the Uddhava Gita. There is a whole review of philosophical and also religious practices, temple worship, how to build a temple, how to serve in a temple, and all those things he has elaborately described. So, similarly, there is one Avadhuta Gita also. Avadhuta Gita, and then there is another one, that is Ashtavakra Gita. These come to this ātmaṣatkam type of message, whereas Bhagavad Gita has these messages filled in here and there, but it doesn't exclusively go to that one. It's a mixed message in Bhagavad Gita. That is the reason why many great saints and scholars, when they read Bhagavad Gita, they teach the meaning of Bhagavad Gita in terms of what they think is. So this is how Bhagavad Gita has become what they call a football, as it was. So in Avadhuta Gita and the other Gita, that is Ashtavakra Gita, it is essentially going away from all type of moral and other type of things. Even there is one famous line in Avadhuta Gita. You may be familiar, but I will just say that. Todyatraya, in the temple worship, he talks about the temple worship. Todyatraya vyapakata hatate, dhyanena chetah parata hatate, stutyamaya vakparata hatate, kshamasva nityam trividha aparadha. Meaning, Todyatraya means thinking that you are there in this sacred shrine and pilgrim place, I go. Temple is a sacred place, I go. What do I do by going there, by that process? Vyapakata, you are everywhere. That is the principle. I am now violating that principle by saying that you are here in this temple only. So he says, Todyatraya vyapakata hata. Dhyanena. I sit here and then begin to focus on that divine principle in my own way. But what is it I am doing? You are beyond any type of a conceptualization or description. But I would like to bring in my mind the form of God, as a compassionate one, or a great, powerful one, like Sri Rama, Sri Krishna. These are all, they represent certain values. So when I do all those things, what do? Chetah parata. You are beyond any type of conceptualization by mind. I have broken that value. Stutyamaya. Stuti means we praise the Lord, the divinity. You are great and you are kind and so on. By doing that, what is it that I am doing? Vakparata. You are beyond any words. That is how we have been told. But I am using these words to describe you. So that Vakparata is killed. Therefore, kshamasva nityam, please pardon me. Trividha aparadha. These are the three ways in which I am doing the aparadha, violations. But I am a human being, but I have to do this. Please pardon me. This is in Avadhuta Gita, a recognition of the supreme reality which is beyond all human conceptualization. But human beings, we have to use our own resources in order to talk about that, which is beyond any talk or beyond any imagination. So this is how the Nirvana Shatka here is a message of this one is to go beyond those things. So here, for me, there is no dvesha and raga. Dvesha, raga refers to, in Bhagavad Gita, there is one verse, 3rd chapter. Indriyani indriyarthebhyaha ragadvesho vyavasthito tayoho na vasham agacche tauhi asya paripanthinam. That means as long as we have these indriyas, likes and dislikes are inherent, because I see something, it is beautiful, I would like to, and something which I don't like. So this is how, when we are Indriya Atma, whenever they talk of Atma, who I am, I can identify myself with the physical body. That's called Deha Atma Buddhi. I can also identify myself with the Indriyas as sensory experiences. That's Indriya Atma Buddhi. I can also identify myself with the absolute nature of Atma. That is Atma Buddhi. So, in many of our prayers, Bhagavan, Sri Hanuman's prayer, one of the Hanuman's understanding of who Sri Rama is. I don't know where that sloka is, but I remember that one. He says, Deha Buddhyosmi Dasaha Aham. If I have the Deha Buddhi, then I am your servant. Jiva Buddhya Tvat Amshaka. If I consider myself, I am a person who have my own needs and likes and dislikes, that is Jiva Bhava. Then I consider myself as your Amsha, or a part, or a ray. Atma Buddhya, if I have my understanding of my nature as that absolute spirit, Atma Buddhya Tvam Eva Aham. That means I am yourself. Iti me nishchita mati. This is how my understanding of who you are. He says to Sri Ram like that. Tvam Eva Aham. Aham Tvam Hi. I am you, you are me. Tvamevaham aham tvam Satchin Matradi Buddhita. Satchidananda Buddhi, when we have, like you are Chidananda Rupa. He has used only Chit. Satchidananda Rupa, we can interpret. Because of the, what Swami Vintatmananda had told, Chandas is there, so we have to fit in Chandas. Therefore, that Sat is not there. But when we interpret, we have to do all those kinds of things. So, Satchidananda's Buddhi, then there is no difference between you and me. This is how Hanuman tells to Sri Ram. So, in this one, he is saying, I am not Indriyatma. Indriyatma. That means I do not define myself as by the conditioning of the sensory experiences, because they are the source of dvesha and raga. Then earlier in the first line, what was the first line? Mano buddhi, ahankar chitta. That is also, when we say manas, it includes this indriya and every kind of a thing. But now he is elaborating here, because all raga, dvesha, and the lobha, moha, mada, matsarya are mano vyapara. So when he rejected, I am not the manas, I am not the buddhi, and so on, in the first line of the first verse, it is already there, but in a way he is elaborating it here. Shankaracharya is indefatigable in repeating again and again. I used to hear Swami Chinmayananda, he used to use that one. See, whatever we do is we repeat. That's all what we have to do. Because people who listen to the messages, it is not that only one time when they listen, they can understand. So with patience, we have to say, this is the first time I am saying this thing. Even though I have said it 100 times earlier, when I have that type of a freshness, then people pay attention. So this is how this Shankaracharya's compositions are like that. We can derive all his messages in simple one sloka. He himself says, Vedanta Dindima,
Yes.
the drumbeat of Vedanta. What is the drumbeat of Vedanta according to him? I have said it in crores of stanzas, but I will simply summarize it in 2 lines. That is, Brahma Satyam, this is famous, okay? Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Eva, Na Aparaha. That means, the truth is Brahman, which is Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Jagat, which appears in names and forms, is Mithya. Mithya means it appears so, but it is not have a permanent value. It comes and goes, like the waves of a ocean. In that sense, it's Mithya. But then, today, we were conversing for some time. We have to understand that is also Satya. Even though it may come and go, but at the time it is occurring, it is truth. We can dismiss it. But it is truth. You have to understand the nature of that truth, not being simply conditioned by what you experience, as sukha or dukkha or something, but the source itself. That is the Brahman one has to experience. So when we have sukha, dukkha or dvandvas, all those things are, the base is that water, which is identifying yourself with that water. That is how he says. So then, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Eva. The Jiva who is conditioned with his own narrow interests and fear and anxiety, and really that is Brahman itself. But why it is behaving with such type of fears and anxieties and things like that? It is because it doesn't understand its basic nature. That is what they call Ajnana Timira. In our worship here, our priests and puja, people, they will say, Deho Devalaya, Deho Devalaya Proktaha. This body itself is the temple. Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Devaha, Sanatana. This Jiva itself is the supreme, absolute spirit. Tejet Ajnana Nairmalya. So it has that ignorance or misunderstanding or distorted way of understanding. That has to be removed. Nairmalya, when they offer flowers and everything one day in the evening or next morning, they take out that those flowers are called Nairmalya, they say, Nirmala. Even though it has already lost its freshness, but still, because it is offered with that spirit of devotion, when we take it out, we don't consider that as mala or dirty or as a fading thing. Even if it is faded, still it has that message of the great devotion to God. Therefore, whenever they take those Nirmanya, they do not put it as a part of this garbage, but they have, in temples, they have their own, what we call a compost. So they put in that compost. So that is how the temple administration and, waste disposal and everything is there. So this ajnana has to be removed. Then there is no difference between the Deva whom I worship and myself. Even they say, when I sit for offering my devotion, I do not distinguish myself from you. So, one has to be a Rudra. In Rudra Abhisheka we say, Na arudraha rudram archet. I have to become the Rudra. Indra, and then only I am qualified to offer to him. So that's why nyasas and other things are there. That means in our whole body, they say, here is Vishnu, here is Vayu, here is Indra, and all that. These Anganyasa, Karanyasas are there before we do any of these pujas there. So that means it is the way by which we have to transform our understanding of whom we are and be that divine spirit itself, and then we are qualified, and we are the adhikari to do that puja. That is how in the worship is there. But in this case that we are reading here, he would like to free himself from all those manomaya kosha, this dvesha, raga, mada, moha, matsarya, these are all part of that manomaya kosha. So, kosha atita, I would like to be above, free from those kinds of things. That is my spirit. I am not conditioned by those things. Na dharmo, na chartho, na kamo, na moksha. Again he is saying, these are all purusharthas. But now I need not be bound by these types of goals. I have nothing to do with those things. I have already finished everything like that. That's the notion here. He frees himself from that. In Brahma Sutra, Bhashya, in the opening of the Bhashya, there is one section called Adhyasa Bhashya. Adhyasa means it is a superimposition. Understand the nature of the things, not as it is, but as something else. That type of a misunderstanding, distorted understanding is called adhyasa. Dhyasa means paying attention. Is a negation of that. So I am not really paying attention to the nature of the reality, which is not conditioned by any type of time, space, causation. That is called adhyasa. When I begin to impose those kinds of things, then I am not paying attention to the absolute spirit. So my dhyasa is not there. That's why it is called adhyasa. So, in that adhyasa bhashya, he uses what is this adhyasa, why all these things, problems are there. It's an elaborate presentation, but shortly, what I would say is, he says, all laukika vyapara and vaidika vyapara. Vaidika vyapara refers to what is said in the Vedas, you should do the Shodash Samskara, give Namakarana, these kinds of things are there. That's Vaidika Vyapara. And Laukika Vyapara is our ordinary behavior and following the code of conduct, the legal system, and customs and all those things. That is Laukika Vyapara. All these Vyaparas are because of the adhyasa, non-understanding of the absolute nature of reality. If one understands right away the nature of oneself, all these Vyaparas do not apply. That's how he says there. So here, dharma, artha, kama, moksha are imposed on me. My parents told me, now I have given you a name, you should go to school, you should study this, you should study that, what we put. So these are all, you have to earn this way, you have to you get the status, the reputation, and then now you have all these things, now you have to give up all these things, you should become a detached person. This is the way in which we are set up the system. So even these teachings and everything is part of the system. So even these things, I am not now a being to be part of these things. That is how he dismisses that dharma, artha, kama, moksha concept for any human being. I am not conditioned by, I don't need all those things. So this is in need is there for human beings. There's no need type of an approach. No need means I don't need food, I don't need air to breathe. Even without those things I can live. That is how this whole ātmaṣatkam tells us message. What is necessary for a conventional life is not necessary for that absolute nature of living the spirit. That is how he is presenting and stressing those things. So, he is rejecting because I am Chidananda Rupa, because of that nature of mind being the absolute spirit. These are all conditioning things that come, therefore I need not have any of those things. So then, I am asking myself the question. When we have the nature of our own being understood in this way, then we are free. We are free to design our life and our own whatever conduct for that particular time and place. We are not bound by those. So the flexibility is complete here. Liquidity is high. Otherwise, we are frozen, as it were. Because as I said, I have to face north and east. I'm frozen. But when we have these kinds of things, it doesn't matter whether you say this way or that way or anything like that. So that liquidity is there. Otherwise, we are frozen in these rules of conduct and everything. So that is the greatest freedom. So when people have that type of understanding, their words, which we call Guru Vakya, Shastra Vakya is there. Shastra Vakyas are frozen. Guru Vakya liquefies that. Therefore, it has said in this way, my custom says this way, when I say that realized person, no, you don't do all those things. You simply do what I say. Because that person is so flexible and free from all those things. He exactly evaluates what this person needs. So he legitimizes whatever things necessary for that person, even though according to the traditional rules, they may obstruct this. That's why in Guru Gita, there is a famous stanza which says, Dhyanam Moolam Gurur Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Padam, Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakya, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. That is how they say. So Guru Vakya is the final, it overrules all Shastras also. That's always they stress. Shastra is only up to some stage, and we have, even one has to have access to a person, a realistic person, who could help me to get out of that one. So that's an important way in which this ātmaṣatkam passages call for that freedom. Be free, be free. The freedom song really is ātmaṣatkam. So I will stop here and then we can dialogue, raise questions or give another commentary or addition or whatever. But I recall when Shankaracharya Bhagavat Saraswati, the great Paramahamsa, one day somebody went to him and then asked, you do the Parayana, Guru Charitra is one text that they follow, where the story of Dattatreya is there, story of Narasimha Saraswati and a few other great teachers, very popular in Maharashtra and Karnataka area. So one has to do a parayana, and then there are rules. There are rules how that has to be done. For example, I got this pamphlet here. Here, Sai Baba Divya Puja, how to do, all that Upadesha, the Krama is there. Then he said, I don't know how to do it and all that. He says, I am telling you, you do it. That's all. You need not do anything else because I am telling you like that. So that way, these formal things that tradition gives, it is up to some point there. But when we are with those realizing people, the Guru Vakya itself is enough. There is no more, nothing to be done. It really takes off the burden. Much of our religious life and other type of spiritual practices are burdened with rules and things like that. And if I do something differently, I have to do a prayaschitta. And these are not good. And then they say, if you do this way, no, you will go to the hell and descriptions of hell. So fear, very fear-arousing type of things. Then human mind becomes very, very uncomfortable, don't know what to do and all that, guilt feeling and everything will come. So when we have access to these realized souls, they are the ones who really make all those things, disappear and give a sense of security and peace there. So that is the great contribution of these great saints there. So that is my experience still telling.
The same thing Ramakrishna talks to Girish Chandra, who's a drama actor. He says he doesn't have time for anything. He used to drink also. So then he tells him, give me the power of attorney. I will do everything for you. And then what happened to him after that is he became so spiritual that he even gave him sannyas. He's the only householder who got sannyas.
Yeah, that's right. Great saints out there. They've got Brahmachaitanya Maharaj. If we read in Maharashtra, there's a place called Gondavari. He was a great devotee of Sri Ram. And his approach was also like that. Many people have benefited even now. So our Sai Baba. So the great saints, they have a great contribution to lift off the burden from the people's psychological feelings. Once and for all, they feel relieved of it.
Yeah, my mother used to say about Ramana Maharishi. They lived in Tiruvannamalai, where Ramana Maharishi.
Yeah.
Whenever they attended, everything was silent.
Yeah.
He spoke, nothing happened. But everybody felt very good.
Yes. You're right. Their presence itself.
So what is the message we have, like teachers like Ramana Maharshi, Sridhara Swami?
Yes.
We did not see them doing the rituals or pujas and other things. At the same time, all our religious centers, whether it is Sringeri or Madhva Sampradaya, etc., there is a regular pujas and rituals and things like that, including the Swamijis.
Yes.
They do that. If they